Hello fiberologists, it is Tony from the Fiberology Lab, and we are back with another demo using again another product, QuiltSmart. One of my favorite products because it's printable fusing and it allows you to create really unique applique processes without having raw edges. Everything's turned under, and it also makes it look nice and pretty. So today we're going to be doing flower sprouts. This is actually a free download from their website. But what we do is we put together a kit of enough to do 12 of these little blocks to make a baby quilt. Now, if you want to make it bigger, obviously you just order more than one. I'll put the link in the description below. But inside this particular kit, you're going to get the pattern, and then you're going to get all the fusible you need for the kit. You're going to get some petals, and you're going to get some circles. And the process is the same for both pieces, but I'm going to show you how we're going to put together this great little quick project. These are some tools I recommend: a good chopstick and a pair of serrated scissors. The other thing that's kind of fun, I love QuiltSmart products because I have been able to be creative and create some other unique things. So this is a design I created for our VIP club in the spring of 2022. And if you're interested in making shamrocks versus flower sprouts, check the link below in the description again, because I will have the pattern, the PDF for this, and again, how to create this. So let's get started. So first thing, I'm tossing stuff all across my table. First thing you want to do is go ahead and separate out all your little fusible petals. When we look at this pattern, this fusible pattern, we actually have two sizes on here. So you can cut out the center and use that, and then use this fusible on the outside for a secondary size. So just something to think about if you want to do that. I just want to get something done that's quick and simple. So what we're going to do is cut 5-inch charms. That's my whole stack of 5-inch charms, and 3-inch charms, because that is the center of our flower sprout. We're going to lay that fusible directly onto our 5-inch square with the right side of the fabric facing up, and the bumpy side, remember the bumpy side, the bubbly side is the glue. It's going to be facing down. I know that sounds a little weird. Trust the process. You're gonna lay it on there, center it the best way you can, and then you're just going to stitch. You're going to stitch on that solid line. Stitch all the way around, and I don't backspace. Did it again. I don't backstitch. I just go over my stitches. Let me see where it is on this particular one. Right here. So I just go over my stitches past where I started. That way there's no knotting and bulkiness in when I press it all out. Now in the middle, there's this little dash line. You're going to snip that and turn this inside out. So we're going to do that really quickly here. And if you're wondering what that line is, again, watch that other video for the PDF below, and we will, talk about how we are making our shamrock petals. So you're going to snip it. So you have, and I would snip it pretty far, and then we're going to turn it inside out. Cut really close on the dash line. Don't cut too close. You don't want to hit that seam line that you've created, but you want a really narrow seam allowance, and that is for it to roll and turn inside out easier. So I'm turning it inside out very gently because you don't want to tear the fusible as well. And I roll it with my fingers before I start pulling in a chopstick or a pressing tool, because you don't want to tear the fusible. Just take your time, and I roll it between my fingers so it lays flat. See how it lays flat when you do that? You don't need to snip the curves because it's such a narrow seam allowance, and it makes it really nice just to lay it down. Now see what I did? I did tear it a little bit, but as long as I have fusible all the way to the seam, we'll be okay. So just something to think about. You probably will tear it a little bit, but as long as you have fusible all the way out to the edges, that's what your goal is, because we're going to iron it down on our foundation piece. Now what I have done is when I do the blocks, I take my background piece, which is about a 12-inch piece on this particular block, and we're going to cut it down to 10.5. And I centered it. So you can see where I folded it in half to mark my center. And then I bring these pieces in first. I press it, And then I did the same thing with the circles and pressed it down. And you can see I just top stitched it. And this one I did play with a little satin stitch buttonhole stitch on my machine. So this is a great way to practice all those fun stitches on your machine as well. Now with the circle, which is kind of cool, I used the smallest. Actually, I didn't use the smallest. You can see how there's another ring in here. Now on the circle zaps, there's lots of sizes. I recommend the 3-inch, kind of balancing out the sprout for this one. But you can use this for other things, like if you needed circles for other applique processes. It's kind of fun to make and do these up. And again, perfect for smaller scrap pieces. So that really is the basis of doing one of these flower sprouts. It is that simple to put them together, iron it down, create a block, and use up your scraps or your stash and make something fun. You can make a pillow with this. I like the babyette quilt idea as well, but this guy, this is what I enjoy making for a pillow idea as well. So any questions, just leave them a comment below, or you can email me at info@fibrologylab.com, and I love to help you out. Again, check out the links below for you can purchase more flower sprouts from us, or you can go directly to our website, thefibrologylab.com. And if you do it, share your pictures. We have several different community forums that you can share your pictures in. We love to be inspired by your work. So you guys have a great one. And remember, we are friends, fibers, and fun.